Well, let's stay with that commission. Earlier, the retired Ekurhuleni city manager, Dr. Mashazi, wrapped up her testimony. She was once again taken to task about the appointment of Julius Mchunu as the deputy EMPD chief. Mashazi says she was asked and answered many of the questions yesterday. Before that, she admitted that she failed to act against suspended EMPD chief Isaac Mapiaye, despite the numerous complaints of sexual abuse against him. She was also asked about her demeanor during her 2 days of testimony.
So, in that document, Brigadier Mchunu accepts the offer, but makes a counter offer because he says, I want my total package to be increased by some 200,000 rand. My question is, was that counter offer accepted, or his proposal that his package should be increased by close to 200,000, was it accepted? And if so, by who?
Obviously, this is mandated to the accounting officer. All the senior managers, especially the DH and the HODs, immediately they're appointed. All of them, they raise issues that they accept the appointment, but in terms of the salary difference between them and their juniors, there is a little gap, and they're allowed for as long as the salary increase or the suggested salary increase, it is not above the band that is approved by council.
So it came to you?
I think so. It
and
came to
you
me.
Approved it?
I think so.
All right, let's get some analysis now on today's evidence. And we're joined by a security analyst who's attached to Unisa's Police Practice Department, an associate professor there, Dumisani Mabunda. Professor, good evening to you. Thank you very much for your time. We have quite a bit to get through, so I'm going to quickly start with the latter part of what we have heard, and that is Dr. Mashazi, the former Ekurhuleni municipal manager. And she is taken to task about the matter of young female officers whom she claims were being taken advantage of by the chief of the Metro Police there. I want us to take a listen to this soundbite quickly before you give us your response.
You brought up these issues, and I submit, for your own, and forgive me if my choice of words is not right, ulterior purposes. And when you are confronted with them and you are asked to clarify, then your response that the victim must come. This commission is not interested in subjecting victims to secondary abuse, which appears to be a solution to the problem as far as you are concerned. If you couldn't speak to them as a city manager, a person of your seniority, involving junior members in the force, you ought to have applied better judgment before you drag their names before this commission. And when you can't answer the questions further, you then say they must come themselves and speak to these issues. They never invited themselves here. And why should the commissioners do? That's highly responsible of you, Dr. Mashazi. These issues have got nothing to do with your defense. Perhaps that's what your program does. You used a junior's misfortune for your own purposes before this commission. It's sad enough. I don't want to engage on it. And I think as we leave here today, you should really go reflect and engage with this poor lady and stop using her or attempting to use her, because we will not permit you to use her in this environment.
Professor Mabunda, you've heard the, I would call it the chastisement of Dr. Mashazi. She needs a moment of reflection, the evidence leader says. Do you agree?
Yeah, I agree totally. I think what the witness was presenting yesterday and today amount to what we call character assassination. And this may result in defamation suit at a later stage if it is proven that actually these allegations by the witness today is baseless. But obviously, if you are given an opportunity to say something in a commission, you want to use everything to discredit the previous witnesses. But the commission is well equipped to sift valuable evidence from insufficient evidence. They will make that determination at a later stage. And I'm glad that the evidence leader was correct in reprimanding her to say that if there are witnesses that are called in this commission, they will speak for themselves. But you cannot drag witnesses that have done what we may regard as hearsay to you. So the problem that she was having was to present evidence, because in a commission, determination will be based on the evidence presented to this commission. So if you make an allegation and you cannot substantiate that allegation, it will amount to nothing.
Needless to say, Professor Mabunda, that Dr. Mashazi admits under cross-examination that she failed to take to task the very person whom she wanted to come and expose, I suppose, before the commission of being a sex pest, and also the deputy chief whom she is alleged to have protected on both these scores. She admitted that she failed to basically take appropriate actions against these individuals. Let's then quickly wrap up with Dr. Mashazi. There is a particular moment right towards the end of her testimony today, and I want us to have a listen quickly, and then we'll wrap up on her.
I want to take this opportunity to thank the Commission for allowing me to state my side of the story. And I want to truly apologize if yesterday I came across as being restless or not in compliance with your rules. The Commission would understand that this is my first appearance, especially in a sort of a court of law where you are cross-examined. And I did not expect this, to be honest, that I'm going to be cross-examined. I thought I'm going to be asked questions to clarify and give evidence to assist the Commission to make a recommendation to the President. But unfortunately, the cross-examination actually took me out of my character. And at some point, especially the first session in the morning, I was not sort of like in compliance with your rules, and I truly apologized.
Professor, a genuine apology or reflections of someone who is more concerned with how she appears in public? Because at the start, she even, the lawyer, I think, points to her and the manner in which people are talking about her on social media platforms. Either way, it does appear that she didn't think that this was a serious platform which she needed to take seriously. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, thank you. A good question. The general public indicates that she didn't take this commission seriously. So this is the benefit of hindsight. And secondly, she might have listened to a recording and realized, no, I was not supposed to have projected myself in this manner. Hence, apology at the end. But all the admissions that she has made yesterday and today, those admissions were forced because the evidence leader was able to prove things that were documented. But on the other hand, she was making statements that couldn't be substantiated. Also, I believe that the legal team that was present even today might have whispered in her ear that please calm down. You are so elaborate in your attempt to try and clear your name. So hence we saw a different person today than what we saw yesterday.
Professor Mabunda, I have to then ask you very quickly on the last witness at the inquiry today, Senzo Mchunu, and it's not his last day. Indeed, it's only the start. So two issues quickly spring to mind, or at least that are noticeable for me. And one, it's bringing along a lawyer that I think comes with a lot of respectability. That is Advocate Tembega Ncukayi-Tobi. But secondly, he stayed away from that long, elaborate story about how he sat in his home. It was December time, and he went and isolated himself and started writing about why the PKTT needed to be disbanded. Today, it's a very different Mchunu who is clear that there was a work study conducted in 2019, which study then concluded that there needed to be a change in step and that there needed to be this murder and robbery unit that was going to be established. Very, very clear and I think almost concise, if you like. Do you think that this is a better prepared Mchunu, very quickly?
Yeah, I saw a calm minister today. The challenge was I was not sure whether he was going to hear what the commission members were going to say, since he was having an earbud in one ear. Some of us battle to hear things when you plug your one ear, but it appears that the commission will accept that they will have to repeat themselves going forward. But we will have to wait and see what the honorable advocate will assist the minister in trying to clarify things. Perhaps is to make sure that he doesn't contradict himself based on what he has already said in the ad hoc committee. That we will have to wait and see what will transpire. I was disappointed that there will be no flow because tomorrow he will not be appearing before the committee. So that momentum has died down, but we will catch up again on Thursday. Hopefully, he will be able to conclude his presentation.
Professor Dumisani Mabunda, thank you very much for your time and analysis tonight. He is a security analyst attached to Unisa's police practice department.